Dollar Tree LA Colors is a delight. Naked3 hits the notes. They're all right. She's still in store. Don't let her slip away. One eye high-end and one eye's on a budget sleigh. If you would like to become a Glammy, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss another episode. And thank you so much for watching. Look at my eye, guys. I had to film that. Good morning, guys. So yes, again, I'm using Naked3. This is still available, like I said in the intro. And I did a look yesterday, and it turned out beautifully, and I wanted to share it. So the first thing that I'm going to be putting on my eyes is the Milani Eye Primer. It's a Sunday, so I'm going to use LA Colors Volumizing Mascara in black. I'm using Lancome's Lay Crayon Kohl liner. And if you're new here, I use the line right here as like you would tape. But update on this Sassy and Chic pencil sharpener. It works wonderfully. Oh, maybe it doesn't. I can't even get that in there. Wait, what is going on here? Look, guys. Okay, this just lost all credibility, this pencil sharpener, because this won't fit in there, and it's a regular sized pencil. And here's a jumbo pencil. It won't sharpen it. This is garbage. I said I can highly recommend it, but I changed my mind. Garbage. I mean, it works for some pencils. It worked wonderfully for my brow pencil, which is right here. I'll show you. It works great for this. But this needs to work for everything. And if it doesn't, then it's just not worth the purchase, even for $1.75. And I have two now. Like, comes with two. I mean, yes, that is a wonderful point. But for it doing only certain ones, no, I can't recommend this. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry that I recommended it in the first place, is what I'm saying. I'm putting E.L.F's Soap Brow on my brows to set them. You're going to hear Moxie in the background. So the first shade that I'm using from Naked3 is Nuner. And that is shade 7. If you go from the front, this is shade 12. And I am placing that in the transition. She's just living her best life back there, snorting. You see her? You know it. So for that shade, it is LA Colors Iris, shade 1. And I am just placing shade 1 from Iris in the transition. We'll be taking a little more of Nuner and placing it in there. A little more of Iris, placing it in there. The next shade is Mugshot, and that is shade 10, right there. I am placing that along the lash line, on the movable lid, and into the crease. I'm not putting it under the eye, just yet, if at all. And the equivalent shade is from For Real, from LA Colors, and it is shade 4, row 2, shade 2. This is an exact match to Mugshot. This look, I mean, is Naked3 worth it? I don't know. Like, is high-end worth it? And I have to ask myself that. The next shade is Dust, and it is shade 2. This is going on the lid and in the inner corner. If you don't have a problem spending a lot of money, yeah, I guess Urban Decay would be worth it. And it sucks because some of these LA Colors palettes aren't available anymore, but I'm assuming you have a dusty pink in your collection that you could use. This shade from LA Colors is from the For Real palette again, and it is shade 3, row 1, shade 2. Same place on the lid, and it is overlapping Mugshot as well. And I'm going to be adding a white shade in here, but I am putting it in there also. And I am putting it under the lash line as well, just to the center of my pupil. The next shade is Blackheart, and that is shade 12 from Naked3. And I'm placing that along the lash line and into the crease and under the eye. Now you could put Mugshot under the eye if you don't want it to be as dark, but I like it dark. I'm a little all over the place today, guys. Apologize for that. This is the second time I have filmed this. Like, this is the second time right now. Because the first time, I had the camera off when I was putting makeup on, and I had the camera on when I wasn't doing anything. That was fun. Okay, so the equivalent shade to Blackheart is from the Mercier Brown, and it is shade 8, right here. And it is along the lash line, into the crease, and under the eye. I hear them setting up for the festival for the fish. They have a fish festival every year because I live by a watershed where the fish come home every year, so I can go and watch them spawning. Or is it spawning or is it dying? I don't know. Where they come home to die. And they have a concert out there. They do it in the spring too, when the fish are leaving the area. Going back into Nuner and just blending out the edge. Back into iris, and the same on the other side. I'm going to put my white Cosmic Color shade in the very inner part of the eye here, just to add some dimension, because dust just wasn't light enough for me. The eyeliner I'm using is still the LA Colors liquid eyeliner in black. I'm waterlining my eyes with the new Maybelline gel pot liner I just bought. I'm back to this. This is waterproof. This is absolutely fantastic. My number one choice. I just freaked out before because I was new to contacts. But I'm getting used to everything now. And I can go back to using the pot liner again. I can absolutely recommend this pot liner for the waterline with contacts. I can. It lasts all day. It does not get on the contact. And it's super, super easy to put on as well. And I just use the Mercier liner pencil. So now I'm going to put on some purple mascara. This just made this look so special. I didn't know how to use this mascara because, I mean, it's purple. But I figured this eye look can handle it. It got on my face. We'll deal with that later. Honestly, guys, since starting this series of One Eye Dollar Tree, LA Colors, Mercier, and One Eye High-End or Drugstore or Avon, it's just really opened my eyes to the makeup companies. And more expensive does not mean better. I used to think it did, just like everyone else. And I really couldn't wait until I had enough money, because I didn't have any money to buy high-end. I couldn't wait to buy it. And when I bought it, I was disappointed. It was no better. And it's proving it right here. The only good thing is it's curated in one palette. Like, all the shades are in this one palette, as opposed to having to grab 3 LA Colors palettes or 2 LA Colors palettes and a Mercier palette, you know? But at the same time, if you know, like from me showing you which ones to put on, then why spend the $72 for the Urban Decay palette? It is still available. I highly recommend it. It is a beautiful palette. My problem with it is that it's kind of a one-trick pony. You cannot get very many looks out of it, but if that is your style, then I highly recommend it. I'm not sure how much value this added, but it does make it look like my eyeliner is purple. So I do like that. And I am going to be curling my eyelashes. I'm going to use Be Pure's Essentially Ageless Primer and Best Skin Ever from Sephora in 11.5p. Yes, my stomach is growling. It's a weekend and I am panning these things. I really want to use L'Oreal Skin Ink. I really like this, guys. I want to use her, but I need to get rid of some of the stuff that I have in my collection, so I can't. My contour is Be Pure's Glow Up Blonde in medium. It's gorgeous. I hate the packaging though. My blush is LA Colors Peachaboo. My highlighter is LA Colors Glow Stick. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. My eyebrows is LA Colors Universal Brow Powder. And what else do we need to do? I am curling my lashes with my electric eyelash curler. I love this thing. Look at that. Just fantastic. So my lip liner is Oh Put It On from NYX. And my lipstick is Skinny Dip In from Wet n Wild. Look at that, guys. I'm almost finished. I can barely even get it on. I'm really sad that it's gone. I'm not going to buy a new one just yet because I have so many to get through, but yeah, this is a repurchase in the future. So there it is, guys. There's the finished look. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that bell. And I will see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.